So in this video, I want to talk to you about the Bronica ETRS. This camera was my dad's camera, and he used it in the 80s. Not exactly sure when this model was manufactured. I would assume the early to mid 80s. I went to photography school, and I think around the year 2000 he gave me his camera, and I finished up photography school using this camera. If you're looking to get into medium format film, this is a great option. It's relatively inexpensive compared to other medium format cameras. The film used is 120 film. Basically, if you're not familiar with film or anything, but so basically this whole silver part right here is basically the sensor. So it's pretty big. Considered a 6:4:5 format. What's cool about this camera is that it's modular. That means that it can be taken apart and assembled in different ways. For example, this is what's considered the back. I just took that off and showed you. This is the back. This is what holds the film. What's cool about this is if you're a wedding photographer back in the day and you were in the middle of a shoot, say you had color film in here but you wanted to get some black and white shots, you had another back loaded with black and white film that you could switch out and put on there. I've done that myself. This is the waist level viewfinder. I actually don't prefer this. I actually prefer the prism, which is kind of more like a SLR or DSLR, where you look into it through the back here. That's the way I usually prefer to shoot it. And then you can also take off this film winder right here. You can take off this film winder, and you can put on, let's see here, you can attach this to the bottom and you can wind it. And that's how I normally shoot it. But of course you can take the lenses off, and you have multiple lenses that you can put on this thing that Bronica made throughout the life of Bronica. This is actually a pretty good camera. It was a, I would say, kind of like a poor man's Hasselblad. That's what people refer to it as. Shot tons and tons of photos with this thing for many years. This is my all-time favorite camera. It's got sentimental value beyond measure because my dad gave it to me. But anyway, I just thought I would share a little bit about the Bronica with you. A couple more aspects. It goes from 8 seconds all the way to 1/500th of a second. It has what's called a leaf shutter. The shutter is actually in the lens, so basically that means that this can sync with flash at any speed. Like your DSLRs and your 35mm format film cameras, they generally sync with flash anywhere from 1/20th of a second. The older cameras, the older film cameras, maybe 1/60th of a second, and then your newer DSLRs and mirrorless, like 1/200th of a second, 1/250th of a second. That's probably the max. But with the camera that has a leaf shutter, you can sync at any shutter speed, so that's a huge advantage. So anyway, if you have any comments or questions, leave them down below. I'll be happy to answer them. If you have one of these, let me know what you think. Like I said, this is my all-time favorite camera. I'm gonna leave you with some images that I've taken over the years with this. All right, y'all have a good one. I'll see you in the next video.